Hello and welcome to this special edition of the Rebels247 Roundtable Road Report as we get ready to go out and watch area prospects play at their respective high schools tonight. I'm David Johnson along with Webb Lewis. And Webb, I guess before we get into where we're going tonight and what all we plan on seeing tonight and who all we plan on seeing tonight, let's flash back to what we saw last Friday night. Let's start off over in Greenwood, Mississippi, where our very own Brandon Redd was on hand to watch the Greenwood Bulldogs win a close one over the Clarksdale Wildcats. A lot of prospects in that ball game. We'll start off with the Greenwood side. Ole Miss tight end commit Sammy Epps, a big ball game that night, including an 80-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is going to make a lot of sense. I feel like that game, Ole Miss coaches on hand.
Derek Nix was there. Scout.
Almost validating that offer because Sammy Epps was a relatively unknown when he got that Ole Miss, when he committed to Ole Miss. Kind of showing this season in his senior year why he got that offer and why he's going to play SEC football next year.
Sammy Epps' stock definitely rises after Ole Miss watches him play last Friday night. On the decline, however, the guy that was charged with guarding him most of the night, Clarksdale safety J.T. Gray. Gray also being scouted by Ole Miss. Didn't have a bad ball game, but had a difficult night covering Sammy Epps.
Yeah, and JT, a very physical player. Sammy Epps is long. He is going to be tough to defend for anybody on that end. But if you're going to have a game where you get one-upped by the guy you're covering, it's not one where assistant coach Derek Nix is in attendance, which it was for JT Gray. And I don't know, it could be a telltale thing for him.
Couple other prospects in that ball game on the Greenwood side of the football. Corey Robertson, a Southern Miss commit at wide receiver, and then Artez Williams, a defensive back, cornerback primarily, who has yet to land his first Division I offer. But Webb, I keep on thinking Artez Williams is a Division I football player.
Look, I'll say this. I think he's a Division I football player. I think he's got the talent to. We've seen him back-to-back years at the Southern Elite Combine come down and really show out. Does a really good job at the Combine. Good hips, good speed, loves the game. And honestly, if he ends up on a college football team, he'll be the coach's favorite player.
Yeah, smart kid as well. 23 on his ACT, and right. I'll never forget the day Artez got his ACT scores back. He posted them all over Twitter, including photos.
And good for him.
With his Social Security number.
Right.
He later took that down. But Artez Williams from Greenwood High School, always a joy to watch and always a joy to cover. Okay, Webb, you were up in South Haven, Mississippi Friday night to watch the Lafayette Commodores and the DeSoto Central Cougars play.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. One thing great about what we do, David, is getting to see these different high schools and different atmospheres. DeSoto Central was a very nice place. They put on a good show. But I tell you what, it wasn't near about as good as the show I saw up front by the sophomore Eli Johnson for Lafayette. Eli lined up at right tackle, left tackle. He got at the guard position and pulled with 290-plus pounds, set his feet, made his hands shiver blocks. Look, I've seen a lot of high school football. This kid's got what it takes to play at the next level. And I don't mean he's just a sophomore. We got 2.5 years of high school football left. If he continues to improve, he will be a 5-star prospect, in my opinion. I was very glad to get out and see him play on Friday night.
Okay, and I'll refrain from commenting on that for obvious reasons. Okay, this Friday night, boy, do we have some games that are going to be fun to watch on Friday. Webb, you're going down to South Mississippi again. Bassfield at Collins. Tell us about that one.
Now, I'm excited about it. I honestly don't know a whole lot about Collins High School. It is a rivalry. They're only just like 20 or 30 miles apart. I don't even think it's that far, really. But Bassfield's got some talent. Now, you've got two Ole Miss commits and brothers, Alvin and Calvin Moore. They play a lot of different positions for Bassfield on both sides of the ball, so I'm looking forward to see them. Really excited to see 2015 safety Jamal Peters, who is I think he's the number 2 safety in the nation for the class of 2015.
To me, Jamal Peters is the best football player in the state of Mississippi for the class of 2015.
Yeah.
An outstanding athlete. He may play safety, he may play receiver.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see where he plays in the college ranks, but got all the tools, and man, I know you're excited about seeing him.
I really am, and that was one of his comments the other day when I said, what do you feel like you bring to the table at the next level? And he said, I can do whatever they ask me to do. If they want me to make a play on offense, I can make a play on offense. If they need me to get a stop on defense, I can get a stop on defense. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him in action.
Brandon Redd not with us today. However, later tonight he will be at Memphis Central High School to watch Whitehaven and Memphis Central play two really good prospects in this ball game tonight. Both 2015s for Whitehaven is linebacker Joshua McMillan, who has an Ole Miss offer, and for Memphis Central is to Dedrick Thompson, a wide receiver / athlete who has offers from Ole Miss and Memphis. And that'll be fun to see. I want to see what Brandon's opinion is on Joshua McMillan.
Yeah.
Could be maybe the ringleader in that 2015 class in the city of Memphis.
Yeah, in the city of Memphis, 2012 was a decent ground for recruits. 2013 as well. 2014, as far as Ole Miss goes, there's not as much quite as it has been. 2015, however, is starting to shape up. They're going to have some talent in Memphis. The 2015 class, both locally, state of Mississippi, and nationally, is going to be pretty impressive. It's really shaping up, and the 16 is even going to be brighter than that.
Yeah, when you look ahead to 2016 in Mississippi,
oh my goodness,
it really is going to be a very, very special class. 6 of those kids already with BCS offers, and they're just in 10th grade. That's amazing. All right, I'll be here in Oxford tonight for the Crosstown Classic, the Oxford High School Chargers and the Lafayette Commodores squaring off over at Lafayette High School. First home game for the Commodores on their brand new turf, and they'll play this one tonight in front of, 8, 10, 12,000 people. Everybody that's in Lafayette County that didn't go to the Ole Miss Texas game, they'll be there.
Absolutely, and God bless those people that have to handle that parking lot, because that's going to be brutal. Love a crosstown rivalry wherever you are. It's always great. This one's going to be amazing. You've got two very talented football teams squaring off against each other. It's Oxford Lafayette. I mean, last season you had the special on the game. This season it's really going to be nice. I'm anxious to see pictures and game film, especially on the new turf and everything. And this one could go either way.
Well, you got a couple of DKs going at it on opposite sides of the football tonight. DK Buford from Ole Miss, an Ole Miss commit rather, for Lafayette tonight, do everything athlete. And then DK Metcalf, DeKayla Metcalf, also an Ole Miss commit for the Oxford Chargers tonight. Both of those guys could impact the football game, and we'll see how it goes. Also an interesting matchup along the line of scrimmage tonight. Pair of guys, both with Mississippi State offers. My son Eli, and Oxford defensive end Darius Liggins.
Yes.
And Liggins is a Mississippi State commit. One's 2014, one's 2016. Highlighted in the local newspaper yesterday. So it'll be an interesting matchup. I'll be watching that one.
I'm sure it is going to be interesting. It's kind of got the similar. You got Sammy Epps on JT Gray, two Division I caliber athletes battling it out. This one will be done in the trenches all night long. Both of them are going to be sore on Saturday morning after this one.
I would expect so, no doubt about it. And, Liggins, a very fine defensive end over at Oxford High School, and really I think Mississippi State got a steal when they got Darius Liggins. Also of note, Jack Abraham, the 2016 quarterback for the Oxford Chargers. As you saw, you may have read a feature story earlier this week on Rebels247 about Abraham starting to pick up some SEC interest, on pace to throw for more than 3,000 yards and 40 touchdown passes this season. He's going to be fun to watch tonight.
Absolutely. Abraham he's a mechanics guy. He's got all the mechanics and the quick release and the footwork that you need to be successful at quarterback, and making good decisions so far this season in the pocket and with what he's doing with the football.
Well, those Friday night lights are calling us.
That's right.
For Webb Lewis, I'm David Johnson. Thank you for listening to this edition of the Rebels 247 Roundtable.